Hello, everyone. I just wanted to bring you a little deeper thought this week for our deep dive on my sermon yesterday, which was, of course, about finding the joy of Lent through the spiritual discipline of worship. One of the scriptures that I gave you towards the end of the message was from Romans 12:1, where Paul talks about our acceptable form of worship is giving our full lives, our body and everything, as sacrificing. He calls it, he says, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice. And this is our acceptable spiritual service of worship. But then he goes a little deeper and he talks about being transformed. And you might remember that in the sermon, one of the points I made was that worship is both formative for us and transformative. So I want to give you the thought this week to really begin to put into practice the idea of daily worshiping God. Just take a few minutes wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and pause and just give God your thoughts, give him your heart fresh, and just invite his spirit to come in. This is how we transform our minds. And when our minds are transformed, our lives are transformed. Because Paul says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. In other words, our lives prove out the will of God. God's will is always perfect. It's always acceptable. It's always good. And as our minds are transformed through the power of worship, that beautiful discipline of daily worshiping God, we actually are transforming our lives and we are proving out the will of God. So just a couple of thoughts for you this week to kind of go deeper on the message. God bless you. Take it as deep as God's Holy Spirit will let you. And I can't wait to see you this Sunday. This Sunday we'll talk about the discipline of fasting.